And CTV's Kamil Karamali standing by with the latest on the situation. Kamil, of course, some confusion this morning, back and forth on when exactly it's going to happen, but the White House confirming it is happening tomorrow. Tariffs are coming.
Still, we have seen in the past, because as we very well remember, it wasn't that long ago that Trump initially said that it would be on Inauguration Day or his first day as president where he would impose these tariffs and then kicked it further down the road. But we didn't really hear of that until the actual day of. So, you know, we don't quite know who to believe just quite yet, but Reuters sourcing three White House insiders, people who work within the Trump administration, according to their reporting, saying that Trump is expected to kick that tariff can down the road, down to March 1st. And in their reporting, Reuters, a very well-renowned news agency, said countries will then have the chance within that 1 month span between now and March 1st to ask for exemptions on certain imports. But the sources also told Reuters those exemptions would be, quote, few and far between. At that time when the reporting came out, literally about an hour or so before this White House press conference, no official word from the Trump administration, but now we're hearing from the White House press secretary, Caroline Leavitt, who said immediately that reporting is, quote, false, that the tariff deadline is still February 1st. And that the number remains at 25%, that tariff rate that Canada and Mexico would be charged, and 10% tariffs on China as well for the goods they send over to America. And when Trump was asked yesterday that would tariffs begin at 25%, he said it may or may not rise with time. So from what we understand so far, those tariffs, whether they come tomorrow, like the White House is saying, or March 1st, like Reuters and its sources are saying, it looks like the baseline would be 25%, and Trump hinting that it could go up even higher. Trump was also asked if oil imports would be tariffed. He responded with, we may or may not, depending on prices and whether Canada and Mexico treat us properly. What does he mean by treat us properly? Well, we know, Akshay, that Trump and his administration have consistently demanded from Canada and the U.S. To curb the flow of illegal migrants as well as the flow of fentanyl across the border. So that is what they're continuing to ask and saying, if our demands aren't met, well, tomorrow is the day, according to them, where those tariffs would begin.
Right. And we also understand that Donald Trump, the president, may be speaking around 3 p.m. or so, depending on when he's signing those executive orders, like he did last time around. When he signed them, he was also speaking with the media. So we have further confirmation on these tariffs when he does sign those executive orders later this afternoon. But for the moment, CTV's Kamil Karamali, always a pleasure. Thanks, Kamil.
Thanks, Akshay.